Look, if you've been waiting to upgrade your camera, I need you to put your credit card away. Seriously. Because the camera you think you want is about to be obsolete. What we're witnessing right now is the culmination of years of engineering. It's the moment Sony's basic full-frame line graduates to a whole new level of performance. This is the Sony A7 V. And the leaks flooding the deepest corners of the internet right now are not just exciting, they are game-changing. The A7 IV was the workhorse, the ultimate hybrid that did everything well. But the competition hasn't stood still. Welcome to my channel Tech Launch. Subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon for the new tech updates. Canon, Nikon, they've all brought their A-game. For the A7 V to reclaim its crown as the essential hybrid camera, it needs to deliver something truly disruptive. And according to the most reliable insider sources, Sony is about to deliver a series of upgrades that will leave everyone else scrambling. This isn't just an iteration. This is a revolution of the standard. And by the end of this 30 minutes, you'll understand exactly why the A7 V is the only camera that matters right now. Let's start with the heart of the machine. The current A7 IV sits at a healthy 33 megapixels. It's great, but it's becoming the industry minimum. The first major leak surrounding the A7 V points to a new, higher-resolution XMR sensor, but here's the genius part. They aren't pushing it to extremes. Why 40? Because it hits the perfect sweet spot. It gives you the necessary resolution for serious cropping and large, detailed prints, which content creators and commercial shooters demand, but it maintains pristine low-light performance. It keeps the file sizes manageable, meaning faster workflows, happier editors, and less stress on your computer. But here's the real kicker. This 40-megapixel chip is rumored to be stacked, or at the very least, incorporate features from the flagship Alpha 1. This means blisteringly fast readout speeds. Think about the advantages. Virtually no rolling shutter in video, and the ability to maintain continuous shooting at speeds the A7 IV could only dream of. We're talking about an entry-level professional hybrid with the speed foundation of a flagship sports camera. That combination of manageable resolution and elite speed is what makes the A7 V the undeniable hybrid champion. The single biggest game-changer in the current generation was the dedicated AI processing unit. The A7 IV was smart, but the A7 V is rumored to be truly intelligent. Imagine an autofocus system that doesn't just recognize a human, but understands the intent of their movement. The A7 V's rumored Bions processor and enhanced AI chip are said to leverage an even larger training dataset. The result? AF that tracks subjects not just by eye, but by tiny subtle changes in posture, clothing texture, and even reflected light. The leaks suggest an expanded list of trackable subjects, potentially including things like specific types of vehicles, complex machinery, and even more nuanced classifications of birds and insects. For wedding photographers, this means focusing on the bride's hand as she reaches for the groom, completely ignoring distractions in the foreground. For videographers, it means absolutely tack-sharp tracking through a complex, moving scene, virtually eliminating the need for a dedicated focus puller in many scenarios. This isn't just better autofocus. This is a proactive focus. The camera is thinking half a second ahead of you, ensuring that when you press the shutter button, the image is already perfect. The A7 IV was capped at 4K per 60 frames per second, but with significant crop. The A7 V needs to fix this to stay competitive. And the leaks suggest Sony has done more than just fix it, they've crushed it. The main video leak is undeniable, uncropped 4K per 120 frames per second. This is huge. This means slow-motion video that maintains the full field of view of your lens, giving cinematic slow-motion capabilities without compromises. And thanks to that rumored 40MP sensor with fast readout, we are expecting this 4K/120p to be nearly perfectly clean, possibly oversampled from the full sensor width. But for the true professionals, here's the premium leak: internal ProRes recording. While Sony has relied on XAVC-SI, the inclusion of internal Apple ProRes recording would be a massive workflow advantage for US-based production houses and filmmakers who rely on the format. It delivers better quality at equivalent bit rates and streamlines the post-production process immediately. Coupled with expected 10-bit 4:2:2 color depth, the A7 V is not just a stills camera with video features, it's a self-contained, high-end production machine. This level of video performance in a camera intended for the general consumer is a clear challenge to cameras costing thousands more. Sony knows they can't just rely on internal specs. Users demand a camera that feels as good as it performs. The first major rumored ergonomic improvement is the EVF. The A7iV's viewfinder was decent, but the A7V is expected to feature a higher resolution, faster refresh rate EVF, possibly the 5.76 million dot panel, ensuring a completely blackout-free shooting experience that's essential when shooting action. Next, the LCD screen. While the A7 IV brought the fully articulating screen, the A7V is rumored to feature an even brighter, higher resolution panel that makes shooting in harsh sunlight finally achievable without struggle. There are even whispers of a new, customizable subdisplay on the top plate, similar to the A1 or FX30, offering quick access to essential settings without diving into the menu. And speaking of the menu, expectations are high for even further refinements to the menu system and dedicated button customization. Sony has listened to the complaints about confusing menu layouts, and the A7V will likely feature a deeply optimized, touch-responsive interface that finally makes the camera feel seamless. Finally, storage and power. We expect dual card slots, but the leaks point to at least one CF Express Type A slot to handle the massive 4K/120p and high-speed burst files. And crucially, a further optimized Z battery performance, possibly with enhanced thermal management, allowing for significantly longer shooting times in the field, a key requirement for video shooters and event professionals. So, when can you finally get your hands on this camera, and how much is it going to hurt your wallet? The most consistent rumors point to a release window around late 2024 or early 2025. This positions it perfectly to dominate the holiday shopping and New Year professional spending. Now for the price. The A7 IV launched at $2,500. Given the huge leap in sensor tech, the 40MP resolution, the fast readout, the advanced AI chip, and the 4K/120p uncropped video, Sony has earned the right to charge a premium. Current speculation from reputable sources places the body-only launch price between $2,800 and $3,000. While this is higher than the previous generation, considering the performance leap, a camera that rivals previous generation flagship performance at an enthusiast price point, it still represents a phenomenal value proposition. It's a professional tool that fits the budget of a serious content creator or an ambitious hybrid shooter. This isn't just an upgrade, it's an investment in future-proofing your work. The Sony A7V is shaping up to be more than just a camera. It's Sony's statement that they still own the hybrid market. The real kicker, this 40-megapixel chip is rumored to be stacked, or at the very least, incorporate features from the flagship Alpha 1. This means blisteringly fast readout speeds. Think about the advantages. Virtually no rolling shutter in video, and the ability to maintain continuous shooting at speeds the A7 IV could only dream of. We're talking about an entry-level professional hybrid with the speed foundation of a flagship sports camera. That combination of manageable resolution and elite speed is what makes the A7V the undeniable hybrid champion. The single biggest game changer in the current generation was the dedicated AI processing unit. The A7 IV was smart, but the A7V is rumored to be truly intelligent. Imagine an autofocus system that doesn't